Hi, just a video message to say thank you to everybody down in Athenry for having me down to visit you when you were rehearsing Murmuration. I really enjoyed it, and it was great to see you all, learning the piece and trying to understand what we were trying to achieve with the music. Um, I don't know, I'm sure everybody at this point has seen a Murmuration. Um, I think what's fascinating about it and the music is that in a murmuration, each starling in the flock is connected to every other starling in the flock. And that's really interesting when you think about orchestra music, that in that case each bird is paying attention to every other bird, and in the orchestra we have to do that too. So when a flock turns together or in unison, it's basically a phase transition. It's like the first bird turns, then the next bird turns, and before you know it the wave moves, and that's what gives it that beautiful shape. And this piece is kind of written like that, so that it moves and some section of instruments move and then everybody follows. You basically play loud and proud, and you can't be wrong really, because you're just following each other like a murmuration. I think that's pretty nice anyway. There's different textures in the orchestra, so you have string textures, which we're doing with glissandos, or we're doing with pizzicato, or we're doing with regular bowing, and then you have woodwind textures, or you have percussion textures where the timpani rolls and then it hits and then a crash happens on the hit, and these are all textures. So through the piece they all contrast with each other. So we might have a big crash, and out of that, when it dies away, you're going, oh, where did that orchestra come from? Suddenly there's strings there. So they get in and they get out that way. And I'm sure you know at some times you're going to be following Catherine, and at other times you're not going to be following Catherine. And in that case you're just following each other. So what else have I got to say about murmuration? I read a thing on the internet and it described it as this. It said, at the individual level, the rules guiding a murmuration are relatively simple. When a neighbour moves, so do you. Depending on the flock size, or in this case the orchestra's size, the large-scale pattern changes. So that's what's happening in the music. You just have to follow. Thank you so much again for allowing me down to see you rehearse, and I hope you have a wonderful remaining rehearsal, and I may see you at one of the rehearsals, and I'll definitely see you at the concert. So thank you again, and keep up the good work.